Well, hello everybody. This is Bug Eater 64. This isn't going to be a stream today. This is going to be a recorded flight. It's a little bit longer, and I didn't want to take up all the time, so it'll give me a chance to edit this. But I wanted to get this done. We're flying in X-Plane 11, the new update beta, which is X-Plane 11.10 Bravo 3. I just downloaded this about 20 minutes ago. So we're going to do that. Plus, we're going to be flying in the Evector EV-55 version 1.2, which dropped yesterday. And so this is going to be my first flight in this brand new, ready for prime time airplane. So we're going to be flying from Santa Ana, John Wayne International, and we're going to be flying up to Henderson Executive Airport, right near Las Vegas and McClellan McClellan Airport. So it's going to be a trip about 192 miles. Take us a little less than 2 hours to do it, and it will be a sim-buddy flight. So I'm going to have to watch my P's and Q's, try to keep the passengers happy, and not make too many mistakes. So we can make some money for the virtual airline Solus Wings. So just going to take a minute here to let you get a look at some of the things that are available with this EV-55. So first of all, let's take a look at the airplane. And there she is. Okay, now this of course has my livery on it. But I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to show you what the liveries that are available that come with the airplane. So let's just take a quick gander here. So we'll have to go back to the main, flight configuration, customization, and there you go. That is the default with chrome spinners that comes with it. Here is the default itself, which is the green with the Evector Outback logos. We've got some alternate paint here, which is the red, white, and blue. With white spinners. Here's the same livery with chrome spinners. Camouflage for those of you that like to play in the woods and hide, or maybe run drugs back and forth from South America. Never can tell these days. This one is called Forward, and it's quite a pretty livery. So that's something brand new for version 1.2. Yeah, quite lovely. And then of course one of my favorites is the Raven, which I did a video on, a stream, and had a great flight with that. But today we're going to be flying with my livery. So that being done, let's go ahead and get in the cockpit. So here we go. Let's go ahead and let's see here. Get some power. Tie in my bus ties, which I forgot last time and caused me a little issue. Here's our engines. Let's see, we are set up for passengers at this point, but just to show you, I can just by a click here, that changes it to, and let's take into cargo. And of course Open the outside doors. And let's take a look outside. And there you can see. Set up for cargo. And we can actually close the doors from outside here if we want. So let's go back inside and set up 4 passengers, because that's what we're going to be carrying today. So get that done. Let us double check our weights and balance. 192. We've got enough fuel on board right now for a 3-hour and 44-minute flight. That'll be more than enough. Everything's looking good there. All right. So resume the flight. Let's go ahead and get our passengers on board and get them settled. And we'll get them seated, belted in, and get a little music going for them so it'll keep them happy.
Let's go.
All right. Seatbelts on. Music on. All right. So, first things first, let's double check our flight plan. All right. Alright, so we're going from Santa Ana. Okay. So that's looking good with that one. And let's get this one set up. All right. Oops. So everything's looking good. Looks like we're set to go here. Okay, well, so we've had OBS crash. Let's see if we can get this thing back in gear here. Oh, come on now. Okay, looks like we got it back. So, that being said, let's try and get this airplane going here. Put RPMs up. Okay, and everything's free there. Turn on the beacon so people know we're doing something in this airplane. Transponder on, put it on standby. So, that being said, let's go ahead and see if we can get this bird started just a bit here. We're going to idle. Everything else is looking good. Bridge parking brake is on. Very good. All right. So with that set, and let's go ahead and turn the ignitions on. Everything else is looking good right now. And hit the start. Give her some fuel. That'll quiet things down a little bit in here. Alright, engine looks good. All right. Turn on the generator. Turn off the ignition. And let's start the left engine. Wait for those to settle down. So far everything's looking good. And with that we can, no steering is on. Let's get rid of this. Turn on that. No nav. Seatbelts and no smoking signs. I'll go ahead and throw that on too. Turn on our taxi lights. And run London lights. We're close enough, it don't matter. Let's look at our okay. So that's that. Alright, let's turn on the generator. Turn off the ignition, and everything's looking good. Alrighty, so let's see if we can get this thing in the air. Everything's looking good. The runway is just over there to our right, so parking brake is off. And we'll start moving her out. Make sure this is on local time on the West Coast. This is such a fun airplane to fly. I like it. And my beautiful co-pilot has just brought me a hot cup of coffee. How much better can it get? Here we are heading for the runway, and my co-pilot's taking care of business, taking care of the passengers, bringing me coffee. You know, life is good, and I can't complain. So, what the heck? So here we are approaching the runway. So, yeah, no air traffic coming in, so we'll go ahead and just ease our way out here. Trim looks good. Go ahead and set flaps for takeoff. And set ourselves up here on runway 2 left. Go ahead and stop. And we turn off our nose wheel steering. Flaps are set. Full rich. RPMs full. Apply some power. Release the brakes. And we are off. And rotate. We have positive rate. Gear coming up. And flaps coming up. And say goodbye to John Wayne International, Santa Ana, California, as we head towards Las Vegas. Okay, now let's go ahead and back off on Rich just a bit, back off on power just a touch. Yes, we got about 500 foot a minute climb. Autopilot is engaged. So we are on our way. And everything's looking good. Let's take a look at our pretty airplane. And we'll set our about 9,500 feet for cruise. And we'll just head up that way. So everything's looking good. Airplane is performing nicely as advertised. Check, everything's on. That's supposed to be on. All looks good. So I did make the mistakes I made last time that caused me an engine failure. And I must say this aircraft is just flying very nicely. Passengers are happy. So right now life is good, and hopefully it'll stay that way. Look from our co-pilot seat. Looks pretty much the same to me. Check the cabin. Passengers are all sleeping nicely. They're little people. Our door area. So there we have it. As we start heading out of Southern California, heading towards Las Vegas area. What happened here? Whoa! Had a glitch in the right engine. What's going on here? Oh, that was interesting. Let's check our gauges. Everything's looking good. Don't know what happened there. Everything's equal. Oil temps are good. Pressures are good. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Huh, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now the left engine's glitched. Huh. That's very interesting. Let's bring these back a little bit. Everything's in the green. I don't understand it. Bring back the power. Still looking good. Everything looks excellent. Again, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. while I keep an eye on that, let me just grab a nice little taste of Hotel Charlie. Ah, yes. Life is good. X-Plane 11, 1.10 Bravo 3. With orthos for X-Plane. And version 1.2 of the Evector EV-55 Outback. All looking good as we head to go over the mountains. Right now we're just flying over San Bernardino, California, just before we get to the mountain area, heading towards the Apple Valley, Hesperia, and Victorville. That road there is Interstate 15. But this will be a nice little test flight for the EV-55 version 1.2. Beautiful day in Southern California. San Bernardino foothills just before we get to the mountains. Let's check some gauges here. So far, everything 1951. That's right in the sweet spot for these engines for their RPM. Everything else is looking good. Fuel flows about, looks like 85 to 90. Well, actually, it's 77, 76. Okay. One's 88 and two's 89. Engine pressure right at 100. Oil temp 359 and 357. So everything's looking good. We should start leveling out here. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do altitude hold right now. Airspeed should come up. So straight and level at 9,100 plus feet. Simulation running at between 35 and 45 frames a second. So no complaints there. It's all running good. Everything's looking good. So we will just fly along and enjoy the scenery. Henderson is going to be out here. So, but we know sky clear, visibility more than 10, winds, altimeter 3024. Okay. The one thing that's really nice is the fact that this is desert. There's not a lot to see. But what there is to see, the orthos really enhance. You look at the old dry riverbed, the different colors and the depend upon the type of rock and landscape it is. You know, the living proof that if you can get water in a desert, you can grow. You know, it's great land for farming. Just have to get water to it. And the indications of that farming actually taking place. We're getting ready to cross Interstate 15. That's the black straight lines underneath us there. So, like I say, Ortho 4XP does a wonderful job. Really enhances the beauty of the sim. And when you've got an airplane like this, a twin turboprop, it isn't real fast. Okay? But it flies well. It's very stable. And you know, you can sit back and just enjoy the scenery, the flight itself. You know. That big green patch right over here. That is the Mojave National Preserve. So, just so you'll have another tidbit of information. Just another little bit of superfluous, worthless information to rattle around in your brain. Do enjoy. Comes free of charge. As we fly on through the desert towards our destination. Yeah, we got 97 miles to go. About 38 minutes. And since this isn't going to be a live stream, I will edit out some of the things so that, you know, you can enjoy the flight and some of the little key things without having to sit through full, you know, almost 2 hours worth of video. And hopefully that'll enhance your enjoyment. Sit back, relax, and we'll keep moving on. With each update, there's always something new and different. Miles, okay. Well, let's go ahead and increase our descent. We'll decrease our throttle some. Yeah, lots of clear turbulence today. They are buffeting us a bit. Let's take a look again at the report. Visibility more than 10, wind 35, or wind out of 350 at 13. Altimeter 3024. That's our destination right there where that yellow dot is. Straight ahead. Okay, that is Las Vegas International. I believe that is Henderson. Straight ahead. Yep, 9.5 miles. So. Yeah, look at the wind buffet that airplane. Oh my goodness. That is Henderson right there. I didn't recognize it because there ain't no buildings on it. Alrighty. So, that being the case, let's go ahead and remove the autopilot. Boy, that clear turbulence are really buffing in here. It's going to make this landing interesting. We'll just give it a little more power and see if we can counteract some of that. Flaps are down, landing gear is down. Okay. No steering. Come on. No steering on. Okay, off the runway. And we'll head over here to the parking area. Okay, so engine shut down. And somebody has crashed. So am I gonna get credit?
Somebody is connected.
Well, I don't think I'm going to get credit for the flight. Let's see. Let us see. Nope, doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. So, with that being done, let us go ahead and toggle our replay. That wind was really buffeting. And reversers and everything is looking good. Not my best, but not my worst landing either. So, very interesting flight. With the X-Plane update. So, get back to the real world. I'll have to see about getting some check the org and see if I got an airport here with buildings on it. So anyway, so I appreciate everybody coming. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Bug Eater 64. Thanking you for coming. Sure hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed bringing it to you. So until next time, this Bug Eater 64, always wanting to have fun and enjoying a good day. So as I always say, safe flying. Until next time.